Alright, so the first tip I have for solos is to not push buildings, which sounds kind of weird since we're going for high kills. You're going to be wanting to push buildings, but you're going to see. I'm going to show you strategies to get rid of these campers without having to run into their building, run into the traps they have of their claymores, mines, stopping power, shotguns, or whatever. We're going to be able to take those guys out without having to deal with any of that really easily. And that's the main thing I'm pretty much going to be showing you guys today, how to take care of these campers in solos without pushing buildings, which is going to make it really easy to get these high kill games. One tip I have for Superstore just starting off is to always land in the same spot. I like landing front doors where there's a lot of cover, a lot of places to juke your enemies, and it makes it pretty straightforward. Another tip I have for Superstore is to just not get discouraged, since you can easily die in here just by getting pushed by 3 different people at once. It sometimes can just be impossible to get out of here. So you're going to be just wanting to stay consistent with landing Superstore if that's your plan. If not, this strategy can work probably better just landing on a vehicle and a bounty. You can get your loadout pretty quick that way. Start off the strategy right from the rip instead of having to go into Superstore where it can be pretty RNG based. Alright, so we looted up Superstore, we got our loadout, we got money for a UAV. I got a few more kills in Super, but I didn't feel like showing them since there wasn't much to learn from them. But we're coming up on this guy, 2 people on our UAV in this area. I chuck a stun in here and push in, even though I've been saying not to. But since this guy has nothing, I got my loadout, he's stunned. There's no chance he wins that gunfight. And now we're going to be showing the main strategy I want to show off in this gameplay of taking out these rooftop campers. You're going to want to bait him out with the vehicle, get him to peek you, and then get out, use the vehicle as cover, and shoot him down pretty easily. So I didn't go up those flights of stairs, run into any claymores, I didn't go through any of that. I didn't even have to get close to him pretty much. I just shot him from a really safe spot where if things go wrong, I can drive away. If the gunfight steers in his favor, I can easily duck behind cover. And so yeah, that's pretty much how you're going to want to be playing these solos and fighting these campers. So I grabbed the bounty back there. This guy is coming out of nowhere, driving up on me. I take kind of a risky gunfight on him, even though I'm ADS ready for him. He almost breaks my armor, which a lot of people would say, oh yeah, that was a really good gunfight, but if that guy had stopping power, I would have been dead and the game would have been over, but luckily he didn't. And so here's another trick you can do with the cars as I'm pulling up on the bounty. Hop out right there. He's still looking at the car. Just because it's so quick, you can hop out without taking any damage at full speed and shoot a lot of people on the sides doing that. A lot of streamers, top streamers are going to be doing this in solos, since you only have to worry about this one guy and you don't have to worry about his teammates, so it's going to lead to a lot of easy kills in solos. Okay, so speed up the gameplay a little bit. Scouting out this area because I saw a ping over here on the UAV earlier. So I'm just looking for this guy using my Bertha, and I'm able to spot him. He hits a pretty good snipe on me, which breaks my armor. Kind of puts me in a bad spot. So I jump out, armor up. And he's got a good idea of trying to blow up my car. But I use its last bit of health to get to this rock. Since if you think about his positioning versus mine, I would have had no cover in that spot over there. So you're gonna see this guy make a pretty big mistake though right here. He's crouch walking in the middle of nowhere when he could have been using this rock that I jumped around to just pick me off. So that's something you almost never want to be doing in Warzone, is crouch walking, when the movement in this game is just so quick and people can jump out behind corners and shoot you while you're not ready. And now since he blew up my vehicle, the first thing I do is find a replacement vehicle, which is very important in solos. Without a vehicle, you can just get shot in the back, killed by the worst player in the lobby, and you don't want that to be happening when you only have one life and no teammates to buy you back or revive you. Alright, so we picked up a bounty and we're going towards him, not because we need money, but just because we want kills. We want a guaranteed person we know how to fight. And we'll see this guy, he's camping in a building. I don't push in the building, don't push that door. You definitely don't want to be doing that, especially with this building that's kind of, you only have one staircase to push. He's going to know where you're coming from. I spot him with my vehicle, hop out, use the vehicle as a head glitch, and get a pretty easy kill. He didn't even land one bullet on me. I don't even think he shot his gun. And now we have a jailbreak, so I'm going to be watching to see if he lands back for his stuff. Try and get some more easy kills where nobody's shooting at me. And we're going to see some people do land back. Not the same guy, but we're going to get some easy picks right here. There's one. And there is two. Alright. Okay, so we just completed that bounty, so we ended up getting some more UAVs since we had plenty of cash to do it. And we see this guy, I'm pretty sure he's AFK, so that's why I drive up to him so aggressively without really thinking. And we know there's a guy top of TV since he was sniping at us earlier. So I use my vehicle to get in front of him, get the positioning on him since the zone's pushing in. I know he's going to have to come out, run through the open, or drive through the open and make himself an easy target while I'm using rocks, able to shoot him while he has no chance to shoot me back, and I get the easy down. So I got the guy downed. I go over to push him to get the thirst, but I end up seeing this random guy. He times out, which I didn't notice in the game, and kind of leaves me a little confused for a second since I don't know where he went. And the guy in the ATV ends up getting away from me for a second, but it's not a big deal since we can use the car to catch up, and he's got to be low health since we just downed him, and we end up getting that kill. Alright, so far we're sitting on 16 kills. I've only really won one fair gunfight. I've only even taken really one fair gunfight, and only had that one gunfight where somebody else got significant damage on me. And you're gonna see a lot of the streamers, they're gonna be playing like this as well. They're not just running in head first, winning 30 fair gunfights in a row, getting wins that way, because that's just not practical. You're not going to win 30 gunfights in a row and win the game that way. You're going to set these gunfights in your favor to where the enemy pretty much has no chance of winning. Like how I'm doing right here. There's a guy in this hut on orange ping. He was on UAV earlier, so instead of just driving up to the building, getting maybe a fair gunfight that I might win, I drive up to the hill, get the high ground on him, get a good position on him, and try and put some shots onto him. Play it super safe. Now this guy ends up dragging out the gunfight, so we're going to speed it up a little bit. He makes a good play around here somewhere where he rotates backwards, but since I have a vehicle I can out-rotate him easily. So I do that by rotating to another hill where I can shoot him from the high ground with cover, and it ends up being a really easy kill. Alright, so now we're in a top 10 situation in solos, which a lot of people are going to say you're supposed to slow your gameplay down, but honestly, I think this is the time to get as many kills as you can since a lot of people aren't going to be dying, and you got a vehicle hopefully to rotate around. If you get into a bad spot, you can rotate out of it. Here I used the trick earlier I showed you guys where I hop out of the moving vehicle. I'm able to get the first shot on this guy. I probably took a more fair gunfight than I normally would have just because I had stopping power, and that pretty much won me that gunfight along with the vehicle trick. Alright, so we're in a top 5 situation. I got my vehicle disabled, which isn't ideal, but to make the best of it we have to slow our gameplay down to try and get the win. I end up coming to this spot because it's pretty much the highest spot in the rest of the zone and it's on edge, and I pick this guy off who's rotating in. Another easy kill where he didn't even shoot at me. And so I end up just trying to play this hill where I have the high ground on pretty much the rest of the map, and I can just hold people out, try and get the win. Alright, so right here I hear shooting on my right, so I know to look in this direction for someone who's got to rotate out. Since he's out of zone, he's got to rotate. I'm going to be able to hold him out, get an easy kill. See him right there. and it's an easy kill since I have high ground, cover, pretty much everything. He only landed 2 bullets on me. I could have missed half of my clip and still kill that guy. And we know the last guy is to my southeast on the other side of the hill, since we just heard him kill the 3rd place guy. And since he knows I'm here, I rotate around this way and I take a very bad gunfight, which we're gonna see in a second. Right there. Honestly, don't know how he knew I was over there. He had really good eyes, I guess. But you're gonna see he makes the big mistake that I've been telling you guys not to make, which is pushes my building in a one-on-one situation. He could have just stayed at the edge of zone and held me out since I have to come in. But he pushes up and I have a stopping power MP5. And so I can just outplay this guy. And there we go. He only landed 1 bullet on me. And that's the win. Okay, so here we are on SBM and Warzone. This is the lobby I just played in. It's a 1.1 average KD, a gold 5. If we look at all the players sorted by KD, there are some good players in here. Obviously a lot of bad players too. This is not the lobby you'd expect. Like someone with a 2 KD like myself. I have an average of a 4 KD weekly. I definitely shouldn't be getting into these top 50 percentile lobbies too often, and I should be lucky to get in them when I do, which I am. If we look at my recent games, we look at trios, I have a diamond 1 right there, another trios 10 kills, another diamond 1, trios 12 kills, diamond 3. I'm playing with my in real life friends here. But let's look at some higher kill games. Duos 18 kills, another diamond lobby. But we scroll down to solos and immediately it's just down to silver. Consistent silvers and golds in solos with average 1.1, 1 KDs. That's what you're going to be getting. And if that isn't good enough evidence for you, looking at Breadman's recent games, he's kind of new to the scene, I guess, but he's still really good. He's got a 5.7 KD, averages 12 kills a game with over 500 wins. And yeah, he's not doing anything fishy either. He's getting into these diamond lobbies, frying in them. 8 kills or 12 kills in this one, 17 kills in this diamond lobby. He's a great player. But we scroll down to solos, 26 kills in this one. It's a gold lobby. This one he only had 4 kills in. It's a silver lobby. So yeah, this is why I think solos, other than obviously the strategy being a lot easier in solos, it's very straightforward for you guys to be able to get a lot of kills. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of this video. I'm going to be making a lot more tips and tricks videos for solos, since I wasn't able to cover all the strategies I use and little tricks I use to make the game super straightforward. So stay tuned for that, and yep, that's pretty much it.